We're now recording.
We're on air yet, that's all.
Yeah. Welcome to the Down Under call for the 13th of November. Tonight we're going to be talking about Google Plus and YouTube. So we'll give it to you, Sandra.
Oh, is that all you're going to do? Okay, g'day everyone.
What else do you want me to do?
I thought you were going to be presented tonight.
Oh, there we go. Sorry. Let me introduce you to Sandra Lemon. She's going to tell us about Google Plus tonight.
Yay! Robbie. Yay!
The one and only Sandra Lemon. It's all yours, dear.
I think that's just fine, Robbie. Don't have to go any further into it now.
All right. I'm glad you're happy.
Now, I'll just finish loading up my screen. Robbie and I have covered the basics of Google Plus before on these Hangouts with you guys. Some of you might not have heard or seen that webinar, but the beauty about Google Plus is it's entirely free, and YouTube is entirely free to use as well. And there's a lot of stuff you can do with both your YouTube channel and your G Plus channel that doesn't have to cost you money. You just need to understand the basics and just keep it really, really simple. And the thing that Robbie and I have both noticed with a lot of people, and not just SFM members, it's just people we've met online over the course of us becoming internet marketers and stuff, is that everybody seems to overcomplicate things. They overcomplicate YouTube, they overcomplicate Facebook, they overcomplicate G+. But G+ works very similar to YouTube. There's not really much difference between them now that Google's taken over YouTube. And Google also works the same as Facebook. It's just a matter of setting up a profile and putting up some posts. That's the simple basis of Google+. Set up a profile and post some stuff. And it even looks like Facebook. And I'm just going to see if I can share the screen. Is my screen showing, Robbie?
Yep. Yep.
Brace yourself. Winter is coming.
So you can see my Google Plus screen?
Yeah, brace yourself. Winter is coming. The winter's past. You got it wrong.
This is what Google looks like when you first sign into it. Okay, it'll take you straight to what's called your home feed, which is just like your news feed in Facebook. Most of the stuff that you will see in here will be from circles, from people that you follow. Now, the easiest way, to learn what people are doing is when you first set up your page is just to go through this, scroll through there, have a look at, because when you first join G+, you won't have anyone in your circle. They call them circles on G+ rather than friends. And your circles, you can separate those into the same groups as you can with your friends on Facebook, because on Facebook you can set up folders and you can separate people that you add as friends into those folders. And you can share on Facebook certain things with certain people in certain folders. You can do the same on G+. So when you first get your page and you get brought to your home screen here, just scroll down, have a look. The first person, if you want, you can just scroll over their name and it'll just bring up their card, their Google card, and you can see who they are, where they're from. You can click on them and you can go to their profile and you can have a look at what they're sharing. And down here there'll be a follow button. As you can see, when I scroll over here, I've got Sean in acquaintances. I've not long added Sean to my circles and he's not long added me to his circle. And so I've got him in acquaintances until I get to know him better and know what he's about, know what he's looking for, know what he's doing, you know, whether or not he'd be interested in any business products I have. So I've got him in acquaintances. But as you can see, I've set up heaps of circles. I've got friends. I only have 49 friends. They're close friends that I see, you know, in person, that I've known for years, you know, and family. Well, there's only 6 people in there. And that's a private, yeah, it's a pretty private circle. I only share certain stuff with those family members. Following. I follow a lot of pages, business pages, so they all go into what I'm following. Completely new people who have added me just out of the blue that I've never seen before. They go into the new section until I sift through them and decide whether I want them in my circles or not, and then I'll move them into another circle. And I've got Down Under guys in Down Under, and I've got the global SFM people in the global SFM. But that's pretty much how simple it is. Just scroll down, have a look. If you like something, like, you know, Santa Claus here, who's obviously had one too many to drink, you know, if you find that funny and you think there are people on your page that would like that, you can click like. And you can leave a comment if you want. You know, it's as simple as a comment like this. You just leave a comment like that and you can post it. You can share that. Now, if I wanted to share that, I can do several things. I get the choice, okay? Up here I can write a status with it. And here I can choose circles that I want to share it with. Now, if you clear all of those, and I'll show you something here. Now, you can share this with people if you wish. Now, if I wanted to, I can plus I can choose to share it with just Robbie. Now, if I share it with just Robbie, it will share it as a private post on my feed. I can put a status with it if I wish. And the great thing about Google Plus
sign on there each time.
What was that?
You have to put that plus sign in front of the name. When
Yeah, that's how you bring up people in your circle, Mona. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you put the plus in front of their name, like here, I can put as many people as I like. I can even plus pages. So if I'm following a business page, there's one here. I think that might be a group. You can only share to one group, so you've got to you just got to watch that. Some pages, some business pages, have groups for their customers, their friends, stuff like that. So if the little circle like that is next to it, it's the group. If there's no circle next to it, it's
over and over. I was caught in a period of directional study. I had just graduated from UCLA, and I had no idea what I wanted to do next. This post-grad uncertainty spiraled me into a strange depression, and I found...
Okay, that was interesting. So now I have the choice. I can choose to share this with my friend from Market Power Plugin. I can choose to share it with Down Under Marketing, and choose to share it with Market Power Plugin page. So I'll share it with our fan page that we have. Okay, I'll share it with those 2 people. Now this is going to share private. And another thing you can do is if you have something funny or important and you want to make a headline on Google Plus catchy, like to stand out, bold out, what you can do is at the start you can put an asterisk, or a star as some people call it, and at the end you can put an asterisk as well. And you can then go down to the next line, and you can say something if you want, and what will happen is this here will show up like this here, and if you write something else, that there will show up like that there. So I'll post that now. Now this is sharing privately, so not everybody in my circles is going to see this. Only the 2 people that I've shared it with are going to actually see this. Okay? So now we go to the top, and as you can see, there it is. There I've shared it. And see how it says shared privately? And there you can see the Drunken Santa is nice and bold, like the name. And One Too Many is just standard, like this line here. So that's how you can make things stand out on G+. You know, now if I wanted to share that again publicly, to share it publicly, I would just click here, and click on the circles, and I can choose my circles. I can share it to my circles, my extended circles, friends, acquaintances, following. So you can choose your circles that you want to share it to. And then you can share it, and just those circles will see it then. Just those 3 circles. But these posts are both shared privately. So when you pick and choose who you want to share it with, you're sharing privately, and not everybody in the feed will see it. But if you want to share something publicly, like Sean has shared this publicly, you don't even have to like it. You can just click share, and make sure public is in your circles. You don't even have to have any other circles. You can just have public if you want, and it'll share to the public stream that everyone can see, even people who aren't following you, people you're not following. If you make sure that public is in the circles down here, it will share to the public stream. And you click share. And somebody asked a question just a minute ago, Robbie. Was that Rebecca or Rachel or someone?
Yeah. Are contacts pulled from Facebook or your Gmail?
Good question.
You can add contacts from your Gmail. I think when you're first creating a profile, they also give you an option to import contacts from Facebook, but you have to remember not everybody on Facebook is on G+. A lot of people who flock to Facebook and they get caught in the narcissism of Facebook and they become addicted to Facebook, a lot of people there do not have G+ pages because, and this, I hear it all the time, oh, I don't know G+, it's too confusing. Well, how confusing can that be? I mean, it's the same as Facebook. When you come here, share what's new. You know, I can just click on here and I can just put anything I want, just like you do on Facebook. I don't even have to upload a picture if I don't want to. If I want to upload a photo, I'll just click on photos and I can upload a photo to add with this status. And I'll show you that now. I can take it from my Google Plus photos I've shared before, or I can just upload a photo from my computer. And I'll just find any photo to share with that, just for the sole purpose of sharing something. Oh, here we go. We'll just share a cloudy day. And once that finishes uploading, I can add it to an album if I wish, because I have albums. Down underneath it, you'll have some editing tools before you post this. You have some, you can trash it and upload another photo. You can flip it around. You can add some text if you want. You know, you can turn your auto enhance off, so that your auto enhance, I leave it on. It's on auto for mine because it actually gives a better picture. It'll take a picture that's slightly off and it will brighten it up. So I leave my auto enhance on. And you can upload another photo. You can upload as many photos as you want here on G+. So I can click here and upload another photo. But if I want to share that, I just click share, and that'll share on my page and to a public stream. So all the people who are following me, all the people I follow, all the people connected to me, and all the people who aren't connected to me will actually see that post. It's now shared public. As you can see, shared public. Now, I'm going to my actual page, so you can see my page. The easiest way to get around G+ is your little key over here. You just scroll over it, it drops down. You have all these here. You've got profile. That's your profile page. People, that's people in your circle. Photos, there's photos you've uploaded before. Communities, now they're like Facebook groups, and there's lots of communities. And you can click on that and it'll show you all the communities. Events, these are events that you get invited to. So yeah, there may be somebody who's having a webinar and they may invite you to that webinar via events. Or, you know, or they might be having a birthday party and you happen to be in their local area, in their local circle. They'll invite you through this here. You've got Hangouts. That's how you can have a hangout with someone. When it comes to your details, Linda, you have control over that. Now I'll go to my profile page. I'll show you what I mean. You can set your privacy up through your settings, or you can even set it up through your About section. Your About section is basic privacy settings. So it depends on what you want to let people see. Now, I've always gone out, since I joined the SFM, I'm a pretty transparent person. I don't have anything to hide. I don't really care. So when I started out in this, I didn't really care what people seen about me. I really didn't even care if people seen my address, because of the way I've grown up. I've always been of the opinion, well, if some wacko decides to come around to my house and decides to come in through my door, I'll fool him. Well, I've got a big dog out the back, and she always picks dog food, you know, so it's just a matter of bathtub, chop up, cook, and you've got food for the dog. You can stuff it in the freezer. Not a problem. That's my philosophy, people, you know, it's pretty basic. So, you know, you may not want your phone number or your personal address details shown. So, you know, when you start your page, this is all I show. Lives in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. You know, there's no actual address or anything there. And because you're not paying for any advertising, you don't need to put any addresses or anything down. Now, remember, this is a personal profile page, just like your personal profile page on Facebook. Okay? You don't have to have all these tabs here. As for the Photos tab, a lot of my photos you won't be able to see because a lot of my albums are private. So I've got my public photo albums and I've got my private photo albums that only my family can see. And that's what I like about this. YouTube, you know, this goes to my YouTube channel. People can click on that and they can go to my YouTube channel and read my, you know, see my YouTube videos and whatnot. I don't mind sharing this with people on G+ because it shows them that I'm an engaging person. So a public member can, you know, see what reviews I've done and whatnot. In your About section, if you click on About, now I know my followers there and my views look pretty daunting, but it took me less than a year to do that on Google+, and it was just because I was engaging. But it's not all about how many followers you have and how many views you have. It's about how engaging you are. So you've got to engage with people. So this is my About section, and down here I can edit any of this, and I can make it private, I can make it public, I can do the same thing in settings. But what you can do on your page, if you're worried about what people can see on your page as a visitor, there's a neat little thing up here. You can view your profile as yourself, or you can click on this down arrow and click public. And now what you'll do is you'll end up viewing your page as a member of the public. So you'll be able to see what the public sees. So as you can see, the public can see these tabs. They can see who I've got in my circles. They see my story. You can put bragging rights here if you like. They see the communities. You don't have to share that. You can make that private, that section if you like, so nobody can see what communities you're involved in. I'm involved in 28 communities, everything from environmental stuff to advertising stuff, because that's where you can do most of your engagement, is in these communities. I show a little bit about my my work history. I plug myself there, my business, as my employment. I plug this through, my educational skill, my business diploma. I have a general sort of location here, but it's not like, this is just says Brisbane. I'm in a suburb of Brisbane, but that just shows Brisbane, see? Currently Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, not the exact suburb that I'm in. But you don't have to show that either. You can choose to have places disabled or keep it private. Basic information, there you go, see? As you can see, they can see my links, YouTube, and apps. But as you can see in here, they can't see my email address. They can't see my phone number. They can't see any private relevant information about me. They can just see that I've got 2 apps. I've got some links that I'm female. I live somewhere in Brisbane, and yeah, so they'll only see what you want to see if you set it up right. So, and how you can do that, the best way to check on that is to go into your settings and have a look around in there once you've set up your profile. And you can turn things on and off in here as well, in your settings. So yeah, once you've set up your page, if you're concerned about what people can see, click that little section that I showed you where you can view your page as public, as a member of the public, and then you'll know exactly what people can see. Now here, you can choose who can interact with you. Like, so who you get notifications off of. Just, you can have that as just your circle, or you can change it if you wish to anyone, or only you, or you can customize it, extended circles. So it's just a matter of clicking around in here, who can comment on, on your public posts. You may not want anyone to comment on your public posts. You can switch that off if you want, but if you're trying to build engagement, I highly suggest that you don't switch that off. You may want it to just your circles. I had anyone when I first started trying to build this page up. Now, I had this page for a long, long time, but I never did anything with it. I never played with it because I always believed what everyone said. They always said that Google Plus was confusing, so I never went on there. And it wasn't until I started playing around with it and I come into these settings and stuff, and I thought, well, I've got no followers. Oh, I had 3 followers, but I had hardly any. I hadn't posted anything on my page, so I chose anyone to comment on my posts. You can even customize your Hangout and who can contact you via the Hangout section. You can do that as well. And here, you can choose which email account you want it to go into, your notifications. You can add extra email accounts. See, there's my phone number. It's there, but the public can't see it. You can get push notifications, SMSs, don't notifies. So just come in here and have a look and see what you want to switch on, switch off, and what you want to do with it. So you just go into your settings and you can set all of this up in there and scroll all the way through. you can add related hashtags from Google on newly created posts. Well, you don't have to have that on, but I suggest that you do have it on, because then Google will pick the most trending hashtags current to the post that you share, and you don't have to worry about adding hashtags if you don't want to. But you know, I sometimes add hashtags. So it's all in there, and you know, you can even close your profile down from in here. So if you come on to Google Plus and realize you've got, you know, 3 or 4 profiles, because when you first started out, yeah, Mona, I'll give you an example of a Hangout. If you come in here and you realize you've got 3 or 4 profiles, you don't want 3 or 4 profiles, you just come into the settings. If you can remember the email that you used for that profile when you set it up, the password, go and log into that email and then come into your profile and then go down here and disable it. Because a lot of people, when they're new to Gmail, the first thing they do is they actually click on that little icon that says, you know, have G+, and it automatically sets up a personal profile for you, and some people can have thousands of profiles. So that's how you can come, that's where you come into your settings, and you can disable those profiles you don't want. And I suggest any profiles that you have. Stuart Ross is a good one for that. He's got like 4 profiles on G+, but he only uses 1. And I'm almost tempted to actually take a snippet of this video and send it to Stuart and go, you know, can you please disable the profiles you're not using? It's rather confusing.
There you go.
So, you know, it's a common mistake that everyone can make. As for Hangouts, if you want to hold a Hangout with somebody, you can either do it from your profile page, or you can go to Hangouts, or you can click on Hangouts, and it will give you a little bit of information there, which I suggest you all read if you haven't read it. It gives you a little sort of, you know, start a Hangout on air information and stuff like that. You can start a conversation with any one of these people. I can't actually boot up a Hangout, because if I boot up a Hangout right now, it's going to knock out the webinar. I can't actually, like, yeah, I can't do a video Hangout or anything. This Hangout on air section here, you can have a look in here, and you'll actually see other people's Hangouts on air. So, now that I've clicked on Hangouts on air, I can actually have a look and see what Hangouts are happening live. So if I wanted to, I don't even know these people from a bar of soap, but if I wanted to, because they're streaming their Hangouts live, I can click on these Hangouts and see what they're talking about. Great way to connect with people, especially if you come here one day and you're scrolling through and you happen to see a Hangout that is relevant to you as a person, you know, whether you be, you know, a mum, or, you know, you're into beauty, or you're into fashion, or you're into cooking, and you come on here and you see a Hangout that, you know, is, that you think, you know, oh, well, I've got, you know, a few minutes to, you know, listen into this conversation. Because what you can do with those is you can converse, because when you click on the Hangout, you'll be listening to the Hangout live. You'll be listening to these Hangout live. And they generally have a questions and answers section down the bottom. And you can post comments and questions, and you're engaging with the people who are actually on that Hangout. So if you have a question for them, like if you're into like beauty, say you're into makeup and cosmetics, and you want a couple of tips on how to, I don't know, apply mascara or whatever, a different way than what you're used to applying it, and you see somebody here holding a Hangout, you know, that's talking about that, and you click play and you go, and it takes you into that Hangout live, and you're watching it, and you know they're showing you hints and tips on how they apply, you know, mascara and eyeliner or whatever. And you're enjoying that, you can ask questions, you can leave comments, and they'll see them live while they're on the Hangout. And some of these guys will even bring you out onto the panel. And you can end up on the panel in somebody's Hangout if you wish. And that's then you're making connections with people. And what these people who are on Hangouts will usually do is, you know, with people who comment on their Hangouts and ask questions, people who interact and engage with them on the same level that they're on, you know, in a nice way, they will come to Google Plus and they will do a search for you. So if you have a search, if you have a page on Google Plus, they will find you on Google Plus. And they will add you to their circles. And then you start to build, you build your network, people you can network with. Another thing I will show you, let me just get that box out of my way, is from here you can also find your pages, and this is how you can also create a page. So if you haven't got a business page, if you've set up your profile and you're pretty happy with your profile and you haven't got a business page, you can just come into here and you can scroll over that and you can click on pages, and that will take you into the section where you can create pages. I have a couple pages, so it'll look a little bit different to what you guys will see. There you go. See, there's 2 pages. One I'm a moderator on, which is the Down Under page, and this page here is my actual page. And what this is telling me is there's 14 notifications on our Down Under page that probably need looking at. People have probably clicked like or followed us or left us comments, so somebody needs to pop over there and manage that page. Hint, 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 Robbie.
That's the subtle one.
And then, yeah, just a subtle one. And this is my page, and I've got one notification there. And if I want, I can manage that page. And it also tells me down here how many followers I have, as well. Yeah, Robbie. If I wanted to create a new page, I can click here and get a page. I'll click on that for you so you can see what it looks like. Take it slow, load. Loading. Here we go, it's starting to come up. Excuse me. Okay, choose your business type. Alright. You can choose brand. You can choose service area. And you can choose storefront. You've only got 3 to choose from. Pick one. If you choose brand, you click on brand. I'll show you what that looks like. There you go. It'll come up and you can create your page. So all you need to do then is put in your page name. I would suggest you do a search on G Plus first for pages to make sure you don't set up a page with the same name as somebody else. Otherwise, it will get quite confusing. But yeah, once you Google your page, you put your page name in there, put your website. That's how you link your page and your website together. Put your website for your page in there. So my page is One Stop LO Shop, and my website is http www.onestoploshop.com. So they're both the same. And then you can select the type of page. So you can go here, and if you don't like select a brand, entertainment, community, you can just click on other if you want. It doesn't matter. But if you're trying to brand yourself, go for product or brand. But just click on them and have a play around and create your page. Then click on agree the terms and go through to the next step, and just read before you fill things in and make sure that you're happy with it. Good thing about Google is you can go back a step. So if you weren't happy with something and you click through, you can come back and change it. But if I put in some details there, it would, and click to create a page, it would create a page for me. But I don't really want another page. So I'm not going to worry about that. And it's that simple. You can add apps to your Google Plus page and your profile. So if I click on this, I've got apps up here. I can go back to my Gmail and check out my other apps and calendar and whatnot. I can go back to my profile by clicking on the plus button for me, and that'll just take me back to my profile. So have a look at these things. Before you actually fill them out and rush in and fill them out, just have a look at them and see what you can do with them. Notifications is where the notifications will come. That's where people follow you. But yeah, when you first set up your page and you're on your home screen, scroll down, follow people that you feel are engaging and enjoying, and treat your personal profile as a personal profile page. I mean, yeah, I share some business stuff on my profile page, but not all the time. And my banner on my personal page is, it tells people that I have a business page, so anyone who's linked to my personal profile can go across to my business page and plus that, like that, follow that, and interact there as well. Explore is another thing that you can have a look at. If you click on that, that will give you some options of exploring other things on G+, which is always fun. There's lots of things to find. Mentions is new on G+, so this mentions is new. That's basically just telling you who's mentioned you in posts. But if you click on explore, as you can see here, these are the most trending hashtags. So if you're posting something on a business page, have your personal page open, because it will open two tabs, so you'll have your personal page and your business page. Have a look at the trending hashtags for the different subjects here, and use trending hashtags. So if I wanted, because I went on my One Stop Eye Shop page, whenever I post anything, I always hashtag. I only use 3 hashtags on G+ maximum. Do not go crazy with hashtags like you see a lot of other people do, like you see Jay doing sometimes on Facebook. He will just put a gazillion hashtags there. Wrong thing to do. Do not do that. Use anywhere from 1 to 3. It doesn't matter if you can't think of 3. At least use 1. But don't put in 6, 7, 8, 9. Do not do that. Just you will confuse the issue. But when you've been doing it for a bit, you can always, with your business page, hashtag your business name. So when I put a post up on One Stop Aloe Shop, one of the hashtags I use is One Stop Aloe Shop. That's just one. And I use other hashtags like health and beauty and stuff with that as well. As you see, my hashtag is there. And there you go. These are all the hashtags that are relevant to One Stop Aloe Shop. So when other people use the hashtag One Stop Aloe Shop, it will not only link to my page, but it will also be relevant to these as well. And these are also linked to One Stop Aloe Shop. So when other pages are using these hashtags and you click on them, you'll see stuff from One Stop Aloe Shop on those pages. And these are all separate pages. I can show you that by clicking on one. And it's taking its time to load. But if I go back to profile, easiest way to show you that. I don't know if any of you have clicked on a hashtag before in Facebook or anything like that, but if you click on those hashtags that you see on people's posts, it will actually take you to a separate page. And all the posts that are relevant to that hashtag that other people have posted will be in that will be on that page. I'll just try and find a post that I've got a hashtag in. Here we go. Hashtag. I shared this video earlier on. Quite a good video. Now I hashtagged Facebook Friends Addiction. If I click on any one of these hashtags, it just opens up a new page. And it opens up the page that, that has all the posts that have been hashtagged Facebook. So any posts that are relevant to the hashtag of Facebook will open up down here. See, there you go. So now I can scroll through other people's stuff, and I can see, you know, I can scroll over their names, see if I'm following them, go, you know, click on their stuff and see, I can add this guy if I want, if I feel that he's somebody I would want to add, an injury attorney in Palm Beach, Florida. I guess if I was living in Palm Beach, Florida, he might be a good person to have on my profile. So that's, you know, that's how simple it is. You can just scroll over things and you can add people. You don't even have to leave the page that you're on. So come down here, I can put them into follow, and I haven't even left the page that I'm on. I'm still on the page that I want to be on. So I'm still seeing the things that I need to see. And you can scroll, and as you can see, it's a whole complete page of stuff that have been hashtag Facebook. I honestly don't know what nail polish has got to do with Facebook, but anyway, that's a clever little post. And it's short, and she's hashtagged in between. She probably could have highlighted the pressure there, or social media would have been good. Would have finished that post off to the max. And you can click like on any of these if you like. Now getting over to the business page, which we're going to do now. I don't even have to do it from there if I don't want to. Search, what I'll do is I'll do a search for my business page. So I'm not actually on my business page as admin. Go. The more you post, and you don't have to do, you know, you don't have to do it every day, but just be engaging. You know, maybe once every second day or once every third day, come here, post some posts, and interact with people. Leave a comment, like some stuff, share some of the stuff on your profile. Once you start interacting, you'll build up engagement, and that's what it's all about. Do not become this self-absorbed, narcissistic tool that a lot of Facebook people have become, and only post shit about yourself, because it's not what people want to see. I mean, when you go to a friend and you say, hey, how you going? Haven't caught up with you for ages. You generally ask them how they've been, and you listen to them talk about themselves. You don't go up to your friend and go, hi, how you been? By the way, let me tell you about myself for the last week, because you're not going to have many friends left, are you? So you've got to be engaging. You've got to think of the internet as the same as, real life friends, and be engaging. Hi, how are you? What have you been up to? Stuff like that. Share some good content in between. I'm not saying don't share any of your business stuff, but just don't do the mistake that Mark Ford does. And I will, he has a terrible habit on G+ at the moment. All he shares is him. It's just Mark Ford. Occasionally, once a month, maybe he will share a video, but that's only because he's commented on somebody's video on YouTube. And when you comment on a video on YouTube, because YouTube is owned by Google and it's linked to Google+, it will actually show up on your page on Google that you've left a comment on a video. It shares it with your stream. But Mark, all he posts is Mark Ford, Mark Ford, Mark Ford, Mark Ford, Mark Ford. That's all his blogs, one after the other. His content only. He does not interact very well on Google+. He does not share other people's stuff on Google+. He thinks, well, I'm not going to share that article even though it's really, really good about Facebook advertising, because I didn't write it, somebody else wrote it. And I'm not going to share their blog because I don't want my people to see that post and go and visit their website. That's the wrong mindset. Terrible, terrible, terrible mindset to have. Absolutely terrible. And it will get you nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Might do you all right on Facebook, but it won't do you all right outside of Facebook. So be gracious, and if you see something worth sharing of somebody else's, share it. Now, I'm looking at my page as a visitor. Okay, so this is my page. I can see, pretty cool page. I can click here if I want, because I've got this page set up well. I can click here, and that will take me to the website. And as you can, so you can see right there, there's a difference in a fan page, a business page, and a personal profile. People have the option to follow the page because it shows a big red follow there, and that's generally what people will click. They'll click follow rather than add. But yeah, that's the beauty of having a business page on Google. And don't worry about how many followers you got or how many views you got. Just set your business page up, get your banner up, set up your little stick it card there, your logo, whatever. You know, have your name and have your website relevant, because then that way when somebody like me comes along, I can scroll over that and I can click on it, and that will take me through to this person's website, and I can view their website and I can see all their blogs and stuff. Now it's taking a little bit of time to open, but you get the picture. So I've just I've just clicked on this and gone through to One Stop's website, and I'll be able to soon view the blogs and everything else that will show up from the website. That's the beauty of having a plus page, and that's why you want your G plus page, your business page, linked to your website and named the same thing as your website, because it makes it so much easier for people to just scroll over your picture and click on that and go to your website. I can find out about this page, see what they're up to. I can see who's in their circles, who's following them. I can add some of these people to my own profile if I wish. I can, see the tagline. I can read any intro that they've got. There's a contact phone number. There's the email address for this page if I want it. So, if I want to send an email, I can. I can go, I can bookmark the URL so I can come back to this page easily, double check there's the website, and that goes through to the YouTube channel. So if I wanted to click on that, it'll go through to YouTube. If I click around up here, I can see the posts that this page has had. I can see the photos. And because it's my page, if I want, and as you can see, I share other people's stuff. As you can see, there's no, it'll show me the photos that, of course, this page is set up that people are allowed to see. So I can go through and see all the photos that this person has shared, this page has shared. And, if I like them, I can click on them and I can pin them because I have a pin thing. YouTube, I can click here, and it will show me this business page here. It will show me the YouTube videos that this business page has. And I can go through the videos, and I can watch the videos right here in G+. That's the beauty of having a business page. Manage the business page. I'll just click over and I'll manage this business page for you, just so I can show you how to effectively set that up, because it'll take me into my dashboard. This is also another beauty of having a business page, is when you're on your analytics page here, you can, I always scroll over that, you can share a status straight away. You can write text, you can add photos, whatever. And that does not want to disappear. Thank you. The good thing about it is it gives me insights. It gives me insights on my page for the last 30 days. You can set it up for a week. You can set it up for 7 days. You can set it up for a month, 2 months. It's up to you. It tells me if my views are up or down. So my views in the last 30 days have gone up from the month before. Actions taken on my post are up by 49% from the month before. New followers is up 66% from the month before, and I can view the insights even further and go into more detail. Because I have a website and I, linked my website up, I did the Google Webmaster with the Yoast tool and stuff, Analytics is automatically, Google Analytics is automatically installed on your business page on G+. This actually tells me what sort of traffic I'm getting to my website from Google+. So from Google+ in the last 30 days, my visits to my website are up by 89%. My unique visitors are up by 81%. Page views are up by 88%. So I can actually see that this is working in driving traffic to my website. So now you understand why I say you need to have a G+ profile and a G+ business page that is linked with your website. And the Yoast tool, the SEO, the WordPress SEO Yoast by Yoast tool that Robbie showed in another webinar, how to set it up, that it should be installed on your website, and it makes it easy to link your G+ pages, business pages, with your website. Very, very, very easy. Now, I don't do too much with YouTube, and for the last couple of weeks I haven't done too much with YouTube because I wanted to show you guys what can happen when you're not doing anything. So for the last 3 or 4 weeks I haven't posted a video. My new subscribers is up, which is quite a surprise considering my views are down and the minutes watched are down. So that's a bit of a surprise. But yeah, you even get your YouTube statistics. So if you have a YouTube channel, and your business YouTube channel will come as easy as what your G+ page will come. If you have a personal YouTube channel set up and you set up a business page, it will ask you if you want, on this business page here, it will ask you if you want to set up your YouTube business page. And if you click yes, it will take you into YouTube and you can set up your YouTube business page. And that's how I set up my One Stop Aloe Shop YouTube channel, was via my G+ business page. That's why I say to you to set up your G+ business page first before you set up your YouTube business channel. Because it's a lot easier to set up your YouTube channel from your business page in G+, because it will ask you. If you want to see what your alerts, you just click on that and it will show you those. And who's commented and whatnot. See if we have something there from down under marketing. Interesting. Down under marketing voted on my poll. I have a poll. You can do polls on your business page. You can do polls on your private page as well. Okay, and this is easy to set up. Relatively new to G+, but it's much better polls than the ones on Facebook. You all saw the poll that I set up in the Down Under marketing group that we have on Facebook. You can't really add pictures and stuff to that, but these polls you can actually do them like a little ad, and you can set them up and you can ask a question and you can share it publicly and you can have people vote. Tells you how many people voted, and even though this has had a lot of clicks on it as far as liking the pictures, very few people have chosen to vote, but obviously the 4 people who voted have chosen fresh over fast food. Now, as an internet marketer with SSM, imagine what you could do with that poll. You could have 2 pictures, a person slaving away in a job and another person, who's not slaving away in a job, and, you can ask the question, would an extra $150 a month help you, or would an extra $1,000 a month help you? And you can have one saying, yes, and you can have the other saying no. And you can gather data about the readers on G+, and it tells you who voted. If you click on that, it'll take you through and tell you who voted on your G+ poll. So you'll have the names of the people who voted. You'll be able to collect their data, and who's interested in earning an extra $1,000 a month. You can put that data into a spreadsheet on your computer, write it into a notebook that you have beside your computer. I don't care, but collect it. Collect the names, go to their profile, get their email address if it's showing, or a contact. If they have a website, go to their website, suss out the website, see what they're up to, make contact with them, follow them, and that way you know that these people are interested in earning an extra $1,000 a month. You may have a way for them to do that. with the products that you have available to you in the SFM. So G Plus is probably a lot more important and much more beneficial to your business than having a Facebook page. That's my personal opinion. But you might have another opinion. I don't know, but that's my personal opinion. And it's as simple as that. That's easy, easy peasy. And you can edit your page from here. You click edit. It'll take you over to edit, and this is very simple to do. You can also do the same with your business pages as you can with your personal pages. You can view it as yourself, or you can view it as a member of the public. You can set up your about section. There's a little edit underneath. If I want to edit that, add more information, I can just click on edit. I'm not displaying any communities. I've got my communities that I follow as my business page private. I can add an extra email address there if I want, or I can just take that email address away. It's easy. Now down here, your links. When you click on edit, your links. You will see here that you get the opportunity to claim a unique URL. So instead of having to share all these numbers here, you can just share that URL with people and it will take them straight to your page. Your website goes in here, and down here you can add extra custom links and you can edit custom links. So if I wanted to edit these, I can see what they are. That's a link to my website. This is a link to my e-commerce store where the products are displayed. I can add extra links if I wish. So I can click on that, and there you go. I can add another URL. If I wanted to, I could put in my Facebook page here. So if I wanted to, I could just type in the Facebook URL if you know it, or you can copy and paste it. I think it's HTTPS for Facebook. Keep that in mind. Taking a guess here, but it'll be a pretty good guess. Facebook.com/one-stop-allo-shop, and I can click save. Probably should have put that in down there. Pay attention to what I'm doing. Paste. Easy. Nope. Don't want a six-figure landing page there, do we? You could if you wanted to. You could put one of your lead capture pages there. Yeah. And I could just put Facebook. Save. Now that's my Facebook business page. There you go. The little Facebook emblem comes up beside it, see? And so now when people click on that, it'll take them through the Facebook page. Easy. Easy, 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 easy. YouTube. We'll get into YouTube. Personal profile. When you first come into YouTube, you'll be on what to watch. It'll be showing you all the stuff from the week prior. If you want to see your channel, click on your channel. And I'm just going to shut that down over there. And that'll bring you over to your channel. As you can see here, I just choose the generic YouTube banner here because I couldn't think of a banner for myself, and I just stuck an old picture of myself up there. That was fine by me. I have a link that goes to my Facebook personal profile. I have a link that goes to my personal profile on G+, and my Twitter page, and my sandralemming.info website. Because when somebody visits my website, like my YouTube site, which is virtually a website, they can see those and they can click on those. That's all editable. You can edit your links or your channel art. You can edit links just by clicking on here. So if you haven't got your links in your banner up the top there, when you first come to your YouTube channel, click on that, and as you can see here, you can edit your links. You can add links. You can change them. You can delete them. So there you go. Done there. And you can, do more about yourself. You can have a look at discussions in here as well. So if you've had any, if somebody's, if you're having a discussion with, you can have discussions with people on YouTube. See, I've had discussions with people. So you can share your thoughts, just like you can on Facebook and G+. And you can do this on anyone's channel as well, so you can visit other people's channels, and you can find the area that is discussion, and you can leave a discussion. You can leave your thoughts, easy enough. You can click on channels and have a look. These are things that you need to play with. This will show you your subscriptions, who you subscribe to. So these are the people that you follow on YouTube. As you can see, I follow my own page. Always follow your own page, unless you don't want to be linked with your own page. I can't think of why a normal person wouldn't want to be linked with their business. Personally, if I meet people online or in person and they don't portray to me that they have a business, and then later on I find that they happen to own a business, I am less likely to want to do business with that person, because that says to me, that sets off warning bells to me, and it's sort of like, something dodgy going on there. I mean, if you aren't proud of your business, why would I want to shop there? So think about that, people. I mean, yeah, you may have your reasons for staying very private on the internet. For whatever reason, you may have it. I don't know. But the other thing you have to remember about the internet is all the people that you're trying to attract, they don't have the opportunity to meet you in person. So, transparency is the key on the internet. You've got to be transparent. It does help. And people like to see a face behind a business. So that's why my face is linked with One Stop Aloe Shop. And it's very easy for people to, see a face behind the business. You can, so you can see all the people you subscribe to. You can check out your playlists. Playlists are things that you can set up. You can fix them up later on. You can delete them. You can add videos to them. You can make them private. Like my liked videos, I've got them private. Not everybody needs to know what sort of things I like. That may be going too far. You may be a closet porn fanatic or something, so you don't want a lot of people to know that you are watching a lot of porn videos on YouTube or liking a lot of porn videos. So you may put your liked videos into a private basket. And you can give all these, you can add a new playlist here, see? You can click on that and you can add a new playlist. See, you can write it's like a folder on your computer. And you can add videos to that playlist, and you can make it down here. You can make it public, unlisted, or private. So, you might have personal family videos that you don't want the rest of the world to see, but you need to host them somewhere. You can put, personal family videos, and you can go here and you can make it private, and then that way they're just there for you to use. You might have some videos that you've shot of yourself that you want to do a bit of editing with. For any of you guys who have done the, who are doing the video challenge, you may have some, and you've only uploaded them into our group because you don't want the world to see them. Set up a playlist on your YouTube channel and make it private, and just upload the videos into that playlist. So you've got them stored somewhere other than on Facebook or your computer. I freed up a heap of space on my computer by uploading videos here. You know, I've got videos that I've recorded from private webinars that I've been on that, you know, they don't even know I've recorded them, you know, and I've got them in private channels that people can't see. Yeah, because the rest of the world shouldn't really see them. This will tell you the videos that you've uploaded when you click on this. So these are all the videos that I've uploaded into my different channels, whether they be private channels or public channels. These are all the videos that I've uploaded at some stage through whatever, for whatever reason. And the playlists that you want to make public, make them public so that way when somebody comes to your page, they can go to your playlist. They'll only see the playlist that you make public. They can click on that playlist. So if I wanted to, I could go through all these tutorials and just put Sandra's tutorial videos, do a new playlist, and then just shift all of these videos into a new playlist. And the easiest way to do that is when you're uploading a video. And to upload a video to YouTube, you'll have an upload button up here. You just click on upload. I won't actually upload a video right now, but I'll just show you this. And you can upload videos directly to G+ as well. So I can import any videos that I've got on G+ over to here. You can record a video from here as well. So you can record a video directly in YouTube. You can do a photo slideshow. You can broadcast your Google Hangouts on air from here, and you can even do some editing in your videos in YouTube. But if you wanted to upload a private video, you could go here, you could click unlisted, public, unlisted, private, or you can even schedule it. Okay, so if you want to upload a private video, click on private, and then if you click here, that will take you to your computer, and you'll be able to click on your video file, and you'll be able to choose a video to upload. And you click on one of those videos, and it will upload. And once it's finished uploading, the only person who will be able to see it is you, because it's private. Then the only other person who can see it is a person that you may give the password to or share privately with. And that's the good thing about G+ and YouTube. I mean, there's some private videos that I've got on Facebook training and stuff that I paid for, and I shared with Nick privately on G+, on his profile. Nobody else saw that video but Nick, and Nick was able to view it, and I was able to keep it in a private folder on YouTube. Once you set up your business page on G+ for your business and your website, when you come over here to your personal profile, it will actually ask you, when you click on your little picture, it'll actually ask you if you want it down here, it'll ask you if you want to set up a business page. And you'll just click on that. This is your menu for YouTube. To get you back to things, watch later, whatever, browse channels. Now I'm going to, I'll go to a channel. I'll click on my subscriptions. I'll just go to any channel. Doesn't really matter which channel. I'll go to social. I'll go to 22 Social. They're a pretty big marketing channel. So now I'm going to go to their channel and I'm going to view their videos. So this is what their business channel will look like. It just gives you an idea on what it looks like, okay? Okay, so now I'm in the home feed of their channel, and I can click on up here and suss them out. Yes, I do recommend having 2 profiles on YouTube and G+. Well, you have to have a personal profile on G+ anyway to be able to have a business page. Although, actually, I think they may have just changed that recently, so you may not need a personal profile on G+ to have a business page. But I would still recommend doing it the old-fashioned way. just like you have to do in Facebook, set up your personal profile. Same with Facebook. You can't set up a business page in Facebook unless you have a personal profile. So set up your personal profile, use your personal profile as a means of portraying yourself, just yourself. You know, your personal profile is something that, you know, that you can have extra people involved with, that you can engage with, you know, in your local area even. You know, you can make reviews on your local business restaurants and stuff. You know, that's the great thing about G+. And then you have your business page. I mean, you don't have to link your business page to your personal profile like I've done if you don't want to. You can just create the business page and you don't even have to put your name in there anywhere. You can just have your website and stuff and not have your name anywhere, and nobody knows that, you know, it's you that has that business page. I mean, unless if I hadn't shared any stuff off One Stop Aloe Shop on G+ onto my personal profile and put that banner on my personal profile telling them that I had a business page and, you know, to follow it, then no one would know that I actually owned that One Stop Aloe Shop business page until they went to research me. And if I didn't have my name linked to One Stop Aloe Shop anywhere on the internet, they wouldn't actually know that it was me who had One Stop Aloe Shop. So you can do it entirely as you want. But like I said, I like people to know who I am. I like them to know what I'm up to. So here I am on 22 Social. I can have a look at their videos that they've uploaded. So I can click on their videos here. And I can see all the videos that they've uploaded. I can go through these. I can view any of these. I can comment on any of these. I can add some of these to my play. I can add them to watch later if I want. Okay. I can have a look at playlists in case I have any playlists. I can have a look. Check out their playlists. Okay, cool. They've got a few playlists. They've got liked videos, support hangouts, and because I have this app, I run this app on Facebook. I pay for the pro version of it. I can, you know, go to these hangouts, these support hangouts, and maybe get some questions answered. You know, easy, and it tells me how many videos are in those playlists. So this one has 34 videos, this one has 46 videos. So I can, you know, click on either one of those and it'll take me to just those videos. Channels, I can have a look here, have a browse in their channels. This tells me who they subscribe to. They subscribe to a lot of similar people that I do. I've subscribed to this guy here. He's got a couple of good videos, or how-to videos. He's got a really good how-to video, which is a bit irrelevant now, but a good how-to video on Google authorship, because they don't do Google authorship anymore. But in that Google authorship video, he actually shows you how to link your website with your G+ page, which applies to, it applies to your business page as well. Discussions. So I can go to discussions here, and I can leave a comment. I can ask a question here, and they can respond back to me. But, you know, top comments here, you know, from 1 year ago. I can share my thoughts here. You know, I can just put, love your app. And what I've just done here now is I've created a link for myself. I can also share this on Google+. See if I click this and click post. Whenever you know, make sure your little box shared. Now that'll share on Google+. I can, you know, I can like my own response if I want. The thing is, I've just opened up a line of communication with 22 Social. They'll see that, they can reply to that, they can thank me for that. Other people who come along, and as you can see, not a lot of people understand discussion. Not a lot of people are discussing and sharing thoughts, because not many people know it's there. Not many people realize you can go to somebody's channel, go to this section here and click on discussion and actually talk to them directly as if, you know, you're having a chat with them. I can find out more about them just by clicking on About. Okay, they have a Facebook page. They have a G+ page. I can click on that and see if I have followed them. I can see how many subscribers I have. It takes me into Google+ here. As you can see, it doesn't take me off YouTube. I'm still on YouTube. and I can actually see if I've actually followed these guys on G+. Right from the get-go, I can see that they need some work on their business page. So, you know, I may be able to drum up a little bit of paid work for myself, a little bit of a contract there with these guys, and make some suggestions for their business page. And there you go, I got some videos and stuff here. I can see who's following them, who's in their circles. I can add them if I wish. So much easy stuff to do, and it's so quick to do. I don't normally get that, but it's only because I've got too many browsers open and whatnot. But I am following them. But that's how easy it is, and that's the power of it. And as you've seen from my business page, you've got statistics. Now, Robbie, have you been keeping a check on the questions, or have you gone to sleep on us?
I've been answering questions.
Oh, you've been answering questions?
Yep.
Cool. Are there any questions I haven't answered?
Oh, I don't think so. I was answering them as we were going.
Okay, cool. Well, if there are no, I think I've pretty much covered the basic link between YouTube and G+ and websites, haven't I? You know, make sure you've got your website on your business channel on YouTube as well when you set up your YouTube channel. As you can see, I'll just give you a quick, I'll just run a quick view here to the business channel. Small one, so it will load quickly. Down under's a bit bigger, so it'll take a bit longer to load. But there you go. You can engage on YouTube on people's videos too. Like a lot of times, Robbie and I, you won't see a lot of our comments on Facebook. Anyone who has videos on YouTube, we'll try and get to YouTube and comment on their videos on YouTube if we can.
Yep, I always, if I see a YouTube video on Facebook, I'll click on the YouTube button and go and comment on YouTube, because then it'll actually go to Google Plus as well, unless I've unlisted it, and then it comes up with a warning, don't share, they've made it unlisted, so you untick the Google Plus, but you still comment on YouTube, or I do, and click like it as well. And you can click like and type a comment as you're busy watching the video. And if you've got something else comes up while you're watching the video, you can post another comment. The more comments, the merrier. It's all links back to your profile and site.
It most certainly does. So, you know, make sure you set up your banner with your links in it for your business channel. I'm just, hopefully I haven't planned this, but I'm just going here. I don't see it there anywhere. I'm going to see if I can find our channel. On YouTube. Down on the channel. I thought I actually had them in my subscription list. There we go, cool. I'm going to go over to the Down Under Marketing channel. I'm just going to show you guys what Robbie was talking about with the comment thing. I'm going to pause that. I'm going to, oh, that's your channel, Robbie. That's not the Down Under Marketing channel. You've got the Down Under Marketing videos all over your channel, but that's okay.
I have one or two.
Channel here. One or two? Man, you got plenty. Okay, so now I'm on Robbie Van Welt's homepage from my business channel on YouTube, One Stop Hello Shop. I'm going to subscribe to Robbie's channel. And as you
haven't done that yet.
If I want, I can... No, not from my One Stop Hello Shop YouTube channel. So now you have a business page following you. Okay, so I can go to Robbie's I can go to Robbie's website as a business. I can go to Robbie's website. I can go to Robbie's G Plus as a business. I can have a look here and I can say, okay, cool. He's put a couple of videos in there in the last 2 weeks, and I can start at the first one, and I can go to that video. I just clicked on that video, and it'll open up here. I'll just pause you for a minute, Robbie. And there you go. I can watch this video, and what Robbie's talking about is, you know, while you're here, if you like the video, genuinely like the video, click like.
If you don't like it, click
watch.
Don't like.
Yeah, click don't like. Watch the video. Let the video play, even if it's in the background while you're doing something else. And listen if it's not a video that you have to visually watch. Yeah, so say I want to be doing, I can see here he's not doing a tutorial presentation. It's going to be more of a verbal communication, so I can have a website open, so I could be on my website doing a blog while I'm listening to this video, and I can listen to the video and let the video play. It gives views for the video. As you can see down here, what Robbie's talking about was if this was unlisted, there'd be a little half-locked padlock. And when you went to share this, when you clicked to share this here, it will pop up with a little yellow box up here telling you that this is unlisted and be courteous about sharing and whatnot, whatever. Now, if I want to, I can add this to one of my playlists on my business channel. So I can click here. I can have a look at my playlists. I haven't created any playlists, but I can put it on my watched later, which is private. If you didn't see that, I'll show it to you again, just in case. Click on now, watched later. My One Stop Bio Shop watched later videos is a private channel, so nobody else can see it but me. Okay, I can share it if I wish. I can click on more and I can see more. So I can report it, or I can, you know, get a transcript of it. Now down here in the comments, I can like this comment if I want, and I can reply to this comment, or I can put my own thoughts here. You know, I've already watched this video, so I know what Robbie's on about in this video, because I've read Robbie's blog as well. So, you know, from a business perspective, I'm going to put, you know, hope I spell it right. Make sure your comment is got to do with the video or the blog, you know, so that that person knows that you've actually watched the video or watched, you know, or read your blog.
If you want to know all about it, watch the video. It's all about interaction.
And I'm going to see if Robbie's in my circles. There he is, look at that. He's in my One Stop LA Shop circles, so he's obviously following my page. Actually, I've got 2 profiles for Robbie.
That one's not right.
So there you go. See, now what Robbie's saying is sometimes there's a little box under here that says, you know, share on G+. So because I've got mine automated and set up, it will automatically share this on G+ anyway. So on my One Stop LA Shop page, this video, Robbie's video, and this comment should display, and Robbie should be able to see it. I can choose here to not display it, whatever, publicly or whatever. But that's what you do with your G+. Usually it's a little G+ box. There's a plus, and you can tick the box and share it on G+. You can do that on your personal profiles as well. But if I click post on that, hurry up. so Robbie can get this comment. And as I can see, you know, a lot of people have, I know that there have been some of you that have been to Robbie's blog and read his blog, but I can see that none of you have come across to YouTube and left a comment on the video that he posted on the blog. I have frozen, Robbie. I have frozen.
You're frozen.
I've frozen.
Oh.
I have frozen. He's a frozen.
No worries. Turn the heater on.
Hey?
Well, turn the heater on if you're freezing.
Oh, you're so funny, aren't you?
Sometimes.
I'm just going to refresh that page. That page is frozen. But you get the idea. Engage, interact. You don't have to spend your whole life doing it. But if you've been sucked into Facebook and you're spending all your time on Facebook, I have to ask you this question, why? Why are you on Facebook? Why are you so... Oh, there you go. Why are you so madly involved with Facebook? Just because people like Guy and Lan, you know, spout all these figures about how much they've made on Facebook, does not mean that just because you run a little $10 or $20 ad or $50 ad that you're going to make the same amount of money. Guy and Lan have been doing Facebook marketing for over 18 months before you even see. So, you know, just because it's all this talk about Facebook is the way to go. It is if you know what you're doing. Is it necessary? Is Facebook necessary? No. Is it necessary to drive traffic to your website? No. Is it necessary to get leads? No. You can easily share on Google+. You can easily share links to landing pages and not get slapped. Guy and Alan have been suspended from Facebook. If you notice, Alan no longer has a page. And that wasn't by choice. That was because he got kicked off. So did Guy. They were shut down. And each profile that they set up after that was shut down. Now, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm not trying to diss Guy and Alan. I'm just saying to you, they got too big. And they were finding too many ways through back doors and breaching policies on Facebook, and they copped too many warnings, and in the end, Facebook shut them down. And even Guy had to come up with a new profile that wasn't similar to the other profiles just to get back on there. And I mean, I don't agree with it personally. I think it's wrong, and I don't think Facebook should have that much grunt and that much power over people, because Guy and Alan do have some stuff of value to offer you. But just because you're on their Marketing 101 webinars and they're talking about their experiences with Facebook does not mean yours is going to be the same. You know, when their page was nothing, they had to fight tooth and nail just like you to get their page anywhere. When I first met Guy and Alan, it was in November 2012. They'd just been brought into the company through Jay Cubisack because they were involved with one of Jay Cubisack's companies. They were they were award winners and whatnot in one of Jay's companies, and they were put on into SFM as the marketing trainers. They were holding the marketing webinars. I was on the very first webinar with Guy and Alan ever on SFM, and I was live on that webinar. Their Satori Prime page had a measly just over 2,000 likes on it, and it only had 2 people talking about it. And the only reason that page grew so quickly on Facebook was because Guy was a smart marketer. And he thought, okay, we've been given this opportunity to teach students, and they weren't even members of the SFM at that stage. We've been given the opportunity to teach students in this company. Well, let's leverage that. And that, honestly, he leveraged it to the hilt. Absolutely brilliant. The very first webinar that they did it on their own Facebook page, their Satori Prime page. They sent all of us students on the GoToMeeting, they said, well, what we want you to do is we put up a post on our Satori Prime page, log into Facebook, like Satori Prime's page, click like on the post, and leave your comments on there. It'll be a lot easier for us to follow on with the comment thread than here in GoToMeetings. So all of us members who were on that call flicked over to this page that only had little over 2,000 likes on it, with only 2 people talking about it, and then for almost 2 hours, they had all the SFM members who were on that call live on their Facebook page. They had liked the page, they had liked the post, and they had over 232 comments on that one post. Of course you're going to shoot to stardom on Facebook, and a brilliant piece of marketing it was. And I have been talking about it ever since they did it, yet nobody seems to hear me. I keep banging my head against the brick wall and saying, am I the only one who could see the brilliance in this? Because nobody else seems to see it. But Guy and Alan were not always big, guys. They were not always as crafty with Facebook as what you think they were. But, don't think that, you can set up a fan page on Facebook and you can go there and you can pay $10 or, $50 1 week and you'll get hundreds of leads. Not at all. If you want to get up to your 10 leads a day, 100 leads a week, you're going to have to set up several different ads, and you're going to have to spend. This is what you're going to have to spend. You're going to have to spend a minimum of $50 a week continuously. Every week you're going to have to run those ads on Facebook continuously. Every week. To get the leads that you want. Guy and Alan just don't put up an ad and pay $150 and run that ad for 3 days. Guy puts in the work. He'll have 5 or 6 ads running, and he may spend $20 on each ad, but he may have 6 ads running. And he'll run them continuously for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And during that time period, when he's keeping an eye on his statistics on Facebook to see which ad is working the best, changing out images, making tweaks, he would have already started designing some new ads. That's how you have to be successful on Facebook. And if you aren't willing to do that, well then, what is the point? And it's not all about likes on Facebook. You can have a fan page that can have 5 likes and 20,000 people talking about it. I would rather have a fan page that only has 5 likes and 20,000 people engage with my page than to have 20,000 people engage with my page and only get 5 likes out of all my posts in a whole week. These are the things you have to weigh up, and it's the same with Google Plus and it's the same as YouTube, but it is easier to engage on Google Plus. And what I was going to show you about Google Plus is Facebook doesn't like affiliate links. They don't like you. They don't like you posting tidy URLs and stuff like that on Facebook. But Robbie, do you have a tidy URL link on you, like that you can access sort of really quickly?
Hang on. Not really.
I'm just going to show these guys something that you can read out. What about the Down Under Marketing website that you have the page on there, the sales page on there?
No, that all goes to Down Under. It's a tidy URLs link, but it's from our website, so it's Down Under Marketing. But I'm just going into the back office now, so I should get one.
Yeah, well, just a back office capture page will do. Doesn't even have to be a tidy link. Okay. So that's finished loading. Okay, load. Great thing.
Tidy URLs RVW.
Hold on a second. Just let me finish loading. Oh, I hate Wi-Fi. I wish I was plugged into the router, but it's too far away. If I click on link here, what this does is it will open up a link box here. Okay? I'm going to try and get into this box before I finish loading. Okay. Damn. Okay.
I've just posted a tidy URL link in the comments box.
Comments box. Does this go to a lead capture page or anything?
Yep, no, it goes to the SFM corporate site.
Okay, now we'll see what happens here. Could not load website, retry. Oh, wait there, it's retrying. Here we go. There you go. There's Robbie's corporate site. Now, if I share that, and I'm going to, the minute I stop glitching here. But there you go. See, you can even put in a link to a sales page. You can put an affiliate link, a ClickBank affiliate link in that link box, and it'll pop up what you're linking to. You can get a Facebook, if you've got a Facebook post on your business page, on your Facebook business page, or on your Facebook personal page, you can open up that link box like I opened up here, and you can copy that URL, that Facebook URL, and you can put it in the link box, and it will come up like this. It will come up with a picture. If there's a picture available, it will come up with a picture, and you can write a status, and you can share it. And then when you share it, and people come to this, they'll be able to click on it. And a lot of times when you're sharing, you can share your websites like that too. So get your website URL. If you have a blog page, you know, you don't even need the blog post itself. But if you get the blog post link from your website, you'll usually have a choice of pictures. See, if you with G+, so you come here and you can scroll through the pictures, see, and choose a picture. So if I didn't like that first picture, I could choose another picture. You know, I might like that picture better, and I might want to share that one. You know, and if I share this, which I will, drive some traffic to Robbie's page, tidy URL, doesn't matter. Tiny URL, doesn't matter. Pretty links, doesn't matter. Bitly links, doesn't matter. There you go, see? Shared. And, you know, now people in my circle will see that, and if they click on it, it'll go through to Robbie's corporate site, and you may be sitting there thinking, you know, why would you do that? Well, I don't really care. You know, I'm building One Stop IO Shop. I'm not building the SFM. So I don't care if, you know, my 1,000 plus followers, I don't care if they all click on it. I couldn't care less if half of them signed up. Robbie would be a pig and shit because he'd have over 500 people on his list. But that's how easy G+ is. And it's similar on Facebook, guys. You can do similar stuff on Facebook. But use G+ as your free avenue for driving traffic to your website. And I think if there's no more questions, Robbie, I may actually close that down and stop the screen share.
Yeah.
And the stop the screen share. Yeah.
And we'll call it a night.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think we'll call it a night. Yeah.
It's an hour and 3/4. So let's stop the recording.